RollingDeez20's presents Philly by Night. Starring Liz as La Sombra Dr. Aretza Serre, Fair as Samdi Katora Baptiste, Ivy as Bruja Serenity Sanchez, Juice as Tremere Adelio, Mikey Mike as Bano Hakeem Mingo, Lonzo Gonzo as Ravnos Oscar de Leon Ponce, and our weaver of disquietude and terror, Prince.
In the last episode of RollingDeez20's presents Philly by Night, our coterie confronted the good Dr. Mortius and his facility. Everything was not as it seemed as they confronted several others, including the hated rival that is Amber Freeman, and several shades as well as some thin bloods. Defeating them easily and talking to Mortius actually got them in maybe more trouble than they thought, as Mortius was able to convince them to let him walk away. Consequences of that be damned. We'll see what happens this episode. Welcome to Philly by Night. Let's go. And we are live. Let me make sure y'all mics are hot. Y'all are hot? Yeah, y'all are hot. Y'all are good. Hi.
Awesome. Cool. Hi.
So never mind
Yay.
that there's another picture of me up there. That's going to change. Don't stress it. Ivy will be with us shortly. But wanted to get here and rolling. So hello, everyone. I hope your Saturday evening is treating you well, or whatever time zone you're in. I'm Prince, storyteller, also known as Dimples and Dice. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm going to be weaving disquietude and terror, as Mikey Mike says, tonight. And by disquietude and terror, I mean I'm about to make people really, really uncomfortable as they fight this Becky, that is Amber Freeman. So anyway, first off, let's say thank you to Roll20. We're part of their ambassador program. We use their virtual tabletop for all of our dice rolls, character sheets, and other tabletop needs. You can see them on our screen. But if you wanted to play Vampire the Masquerade, you can join that at roll20.net. That is letters ROLL, number 2 and 0. Let's see what's next. Content warning. As a content warning, Vampire the Masquerade Philly by Night is an adult-themed game containing scenes of violence, gore, body horror, sexual tension, attraction, sort of wonkiness, definitely innuendo, language, because we cuss like sailors over here, mind control, gaslighting. These things happen to the characters, not the players. We don't do that here. And other scenes of violence, maybe calling this white woman some names. It's probably gonna happen. I'm just saying. She's earned it. It is what it is. So with that said, we have all agreed to our safety tools. We use safety tools. We have agreed to what is acceptable content at the table. Obviously, if you were watching us last week, you do know that some things can happen when we're doing something live. We may have to take a little break to take a breather. That is A-okay. That is the kind of thing that we do here to keep our players A-okay with each other. If something is bothering you, though, and you need to take a step away, please do so. Also, you can catch all of our VODs on YouTube. We usually have those up within a day or so of the show airing. So go check those out. Looking up RollingDeez20's over on YouTube. That's it. I think we're ready for intros. So being that there's only 2 of you, this is going to be real easy. Liz.
I'm Liz. I will be your resident La Sombra, Dr. Aretza Serre. Yep, she has finally decided to be 3-dimensional again. She's not happy about it. Go.
Great. Wonderful. Fantastic. Fair.
Hi, I'm Fair. I'll be playing Katura Baptiste, your Hakata social media influencer who is out for blood tonight, but also missing Flat Stanley Ari.
And as I said, Ivy will be joining us here shortly. So
Yeah, but for now, just enjoy two princes on your screen, just like that one song.
yeah,
One,
basically.
two, Prince is here before you.
So, Liz.
Yep.
Ready for that recap?
Yep. Last week we fought. The end. No. So last week we picked up where we had left off, coming up on the second level of this building where we assumed Dr. Mortius was. Ran into some Thin Bloods who we assumed were all high on ash and fought them. Serenity, being a Bruja, started punching holes through people's chests. Aurelio, being a Tremere, started spitting acidic blood at people. Ari, being who she is, turned into Flat Stanley and became a shadow on the wall. And Katura started shooting people. It was great. They didn't last very long once we figured out how to work together. It went by pretty quickly. Ari blood tornadoed a couple people, and then we moved on to the next level. We heard Amber come down the stairs. There were words tossed back and forth when Mortius finally came down the stairs and told her, just leave. It, from what I remember you saying, Prince, didn't seem like he had any special affinity for her. It was more just leave. Get out. Go.
Yeah, he
I'm
didn't
tired
really
of hearing
care.
your voice. Yeah.
He commanded her to go, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. And she did, and she took some of the other Thin Bloods, some who had been in front of the coterie and some who had come up the stairs. Ari, still being Flat Stanley, had slowly made her way kind of to the side of around the rest of the group. Excuse me. And then he was like, okay, well, y'all are outmatched. You should go. And we were like, nah, go fuck yourself. And he was like, okay, here. And he threw the rest of the Thin Bloods at us. They still didn't last very long. And he was like, okay, that's great and all. Oh, he also tried to turn Serenity on us, but she was amazing. And she was like, get the fuck out of my head. So that didn't work. He did, however.
She fucking crit.
It was
to resist
beautiful.
That. It was
I
beautiful.
also frenzied that not long after. Like
Yep.
I had to do a frenzy check right after that, and it was a 1, baby.
And Ari ended up at 5 hunger, but nobody knew that because she was a amorphous blob in the corner. And eventually Mortius asks us, why are you here? Why do you want to kill me? And Katura explains, look, we really don't care, but I have to because the family sent me. And he's like, well, maybe we can come to an agreement. He agreed to get Prince Cole's brain back from the Shadowlands. And we were like, cool, we'll fake your death. Everybody's happy. And that's basically where we left off.
Indeed. So just to add a little bit more context to this, y'all took Mortius to where again?
Penthouse,
My penthouse.
Indeed. So Katura's penthouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mortius is pretty chill, all things considered, being that y'all came to his place and with intentions of killing him. He did not seem all that stressed about that whole situation at all. He mostly seemed like when this agreement happened that he just didn't want to have to deal with having to potentially run into the Giovanni or anybody else part of the death cult and then have to eliminate them. It's just he made it sound like it was a whole lot of paperwork, essentially. That was his whole vibe after this.
I do not need to deal with the paperwork and hiding your bodies after this.
But upon getting him to the penthouse, he says, well, I shall need some time to prepare the ritual to bring your prince's brains back to his body, I suppose. It's more like a spirit transfer, more grabbing it and returning it, which is odd because vampires don't really. It's complicated. You don't need to know all the details. I can do it.
I will gladly learn the details.
Can I learn the details?
Same.
And then, as y'all say this, you see him open up his briefcase. He pulls
You're
out a
professor after
laptop.
all.
He flips open what looks like a foldable whiteboard. He takes out a little stand for it. He stands it up. He has a little it basically looks like this LED screen that he just unfolded, and he's about to show y'all a whole fucking PowerPoint on how this works.
If I could grab
Okay,
popcorn right now, I would.
I
2
kind of
hours
love
later, we're not about to go into full details, but 2 hours later, you basically got the full rundown of this. And now it's time for day sleep. It's very complicated. He has to go into the Wraithlands. He has to bring the spirit back, but he has to have something that helps him to attach the spirit to. They have to have contact with that. Maybe it be the sword that you had or something along those lines. And then that is the tether to bring his soul back. This should not happen technically from what he said in Oblivion, because basically once you get lost in there, you're fucked. But apparently he got somewhere in between.
Ari
And the only
is-
way you can get somewhere in between is if you have a super duper powerful vampire to take you there.
That might be a discussion for tomorrow.
Or a mage. A mage could take you there too. But they wouldn't be no regular ass run of the mill mage that you find doing their David Blaine. This ain't no Chris Angel shit.
Oh, well, darn. Well, there goes
I'm not gonna
my
ask.
idea. Oh my god, never mind. And moving on. I'm not even trying to get into this now.
Anyway,
Moving on.
I said
Uh,
I'm
let me as he's discussing all this with us, can we like
mhm.
eat? I would love to eat. I would love to have a snack.
Do you have blood bags?
Yeah, it's my penthouse.
Sure.
Why wouldn't I?
You can eat.
Well, no, I warm up a nice carafe of blood for everybody and pour it into wine glasses like a fancy lady.
Like it.
Ari
Mortius
is
partakes.
studiously taking notes, just 5 feet away from the LED board, though.
I feel like
Yeah.
after this turn, it's just like, of all things, why a university teacher? Why a university teacher? Is it just for that you can have access to the lab?
He just says, look at me. No one noticed no white guy in a university.
That is a fair point. I wouldn't know. I never went to university.
I told them that I wanted to work at nights. They were like, you have excellent credentials, blah, blah, blah. And of course I do. I'm a
Oh
fucking
yeah,
premier.
you've been also around for how many centuries? That's kind of cool.
Hot minute.
I mean, you know, at some point you're like, oh, you wanted to start studying again, get a couple more degrees. It helps pass the time.
And
Well, I
where
never got
else
my
will you
degree. so-
find so many thin bloods who are willing to take an experimentation?
Yeah, fair point.
True.
I mean, South Philly, but that's a whole other story.
I suspected you all would be more moral.
Yeah. I think I'm starting to
not-
realize- Well,
Sorry,
that's
go ahead,
pretty
Ivy.
true for me. But also, I'm starting to learn that we're all just shitty. It's just the grade of shitty is what depends.
Well, I literally had thin bloods snorting dead
The
vampire ash.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which why did you? That wasn't what you were originally doing. Were you just doing that for funsies?
What on earth? How old are you, child?
2.
4, I think. If we're heading to 4 in September. I think.
I am closing in on my 350th year.
Jesus.
What keeps you entertained after this much time is interesting.
Eh. Gotta kill time somehow.
You have to try different things.
Fair enough. I mean, if they're willing to do it.
You thought we would be more moral.
Yes, you're young.
Oh,
You are
okay.
not part of the Camarilla. I thought you might have like rah, protect the people sort of energy.
I mean,
Over-
it's still.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
depends.
overall, in some manner, yes. But if you're stupid enough to walk into that, then I don't.
Also, they were in our jurisdiction, to be fair.
It's excellent that you all feel this way because should you had come across my paths in a more vile or violent manner, then you could have potentially been asked.
I'm well over 100 years old at this point. I choose my battles and choose who I give a shit about. to
You
be
don't
honest
look a
with you.
day over 90.
Oh, stop it.
Well, there's a reason I call her mama, even though she does not look like she could be my mom.
I've called a few. You know what? Never mind.
Okay, we did not mean to go in that territory.
She is only 4. She's only 4.
I'm still learning everything as I go.
And I cover Serenity's ears.
Okay, I know how sex works.
Is there a place for
In
me
her
to rest for the
I
day
know how
sleep
sex
here?
Yes, absolutely. I'll show him to like a guest room.
Excellent. I hope you don't mind that I am going to ward it for my own sake so that you don't send a ghoul or something along those lines to me while I sleep. However, I will remove the ward once I awaken.
You do what
Perfectly
you need to do to
reasonable.
feel comfortable.
Thank you for telling us.
You have
people would just do
extended
it.
me great hospitality, and thus I figure if I'm going to be casting spells within your home, I also wanted to know what your reaction would be in case you have to ward it against spells so that I don't accidentally blow myself up.
Well, to be honest, I mean, I'm sure you've noticed the boxes and the sparse decorations. I plan on moving really soon, so.
Indeed. This is a very, forgive me, but pretentious place.
Well, you should see my new place.
You haven't taken me there to visit it yet. I'm excited to
We
look in there.
literally have not gone there at all ever this whole time. This is something that's happened in the background.
No, I know.
Like your nightclub.
And he says, well, I should bid you all adieu.
Yep.
Have a wonderful evening or day.
I still get
Walks
that
into the
confused.
room,
Fucking thriller laugh.
closes the door. You start to smell a few weird smells, but this is not entirely unsurprising.
I just stop breathing. I'm not.
No, we can do that. We just stop breathing.
Cool. Anything y'all want to do before you get your day sleep? I will let you take your hunger down to 1 after several bags. Some of you eat more than others.
Yep, absolutely. I'm also gonna
Serenity would probably wait till Mortius is out of the room and it's like, so I'm sure you guys saw that I kind of lost my shit back there.
Yeah, it happens. Don't sweat it. You
Well,
all right?
that's for once I'm not sorry.
Good.
That's never happened before, and I don't know how to feel about it. But for once, I'm not sorry. I thought that if I ever let that happen, that would kill me, and it didn't.
Why would you think it would kill you?
Well, not physically, but well, I don't know. I thought losing control of the anger would be a bad thing, but I was
No.
somewhat well, at least I could point it, and that oddly enough wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Do you know how many people I've killed out of anger? Even when I was a human? Plenty.
I
And
have
felt-
a feeling the number's a lot that I don't
and it felt
I don't have
great.
specific.
And it felt great every single time. Just saying. You know, when you're fighting somebody who's not great, you know, you can sleep well at night.
Yeah. I don't know. I just
I feel like at some like as we're having this conversation, Couture will like kind of retreat into her office and then come back with like a scrapbook basically, and it's just full of like news articles from like, the late 1800s, the early 1900s of like people getting the shit beat out of them, and it's like, I did all of these.
I love
That's
that you kept them in a
amazing.
scrapbook.
You have a kill book?
I have a scrapbook because I was,
That's still a kill book.
I didn't kill all of them. I just beat the shit out of a lot of them. And left them in the street. And if they died afterwards, then
And to be fair, your examples for what happens with rage are,
Not good.
not necessarily great. So I'm not surprised you were worried, but I'm glad that you have realized that no, this is just an emotion and it doesn't mean it's wrong.
yeah, it's not about being angry. It's about what you do with it. And I think you've never used any of your emotions to harm other people. So why would you think your anger would harm people?
Well, I quite literally got angry and punched a dude's face through like 3 hours ago.
Serenity, I think you know what I mean.
I don't know. I have this fear that I'll perpetuate what's been I can't say that word, so we're just gonna skip past it. But basically, it's a fear of, will I become what has hurt me? Is the easiest way to put it. That is the easiest way to put it.
And Serenity,
the fact that
in your head, you hear yourself. You don't have to perpetuate violence and death to use your rage. You just have to know how to channel it. It's about fucking time.
I was wondering when you were going to show up.
I was going to show up when you nutted up, and you finally did.
Yeah, I need to call Gabs. Shit. Last time I had that conversation was the gas.
Even though we're sharing a body, or technically you stole my body.
That was an accident, to be fair.
I never stopped believing in you. You just have to believe in yourself. That was always the problem. If I've been a hard ass on you, it's because of that.
I'm tired of letting people walk all over me.
The reputation that I earned here, you have that. All you have to do is walk it. No head down looking at your feet. You keep your neck up and you look them in the eye and you tell them you are the baddest motherfucker in the room. Test you. And if they do, you put their balls into their head.
Done that before, so.
Exactly.
I have to stop being afraid of the consequences. Things are going to happen, good and bad. Just gotta deal with them.
Damn right. And Serenity, you start to feel things come together a little bit. You're starting to feel a lot of the emotion, the feelings that this other Serenity had. Y'all aren't that different. Yeah. Really, you aren't. Y'all have the same fucking vibe. The only thing different is it feels like she took slightly different lessons from her bumps than you. Mm-hmm. She went the Mike Tyson method of being the baddest motherfucker because she felt like she had to be. And where you have been softer, that was a part of her that she needed to get in touch with, which is why she was silent in a lot of the conversations you had with Katura and Ari. She kept that to herself because she was getting really close to feelings that she had dug and put down. But when you finally showed off that you could be mad and be okay with it, that's what brought her out. And that's what brings you all together. To become one. All that badassness, that reputation that she had, Serenity was not a Baron. Serenity was the person that the Barons came to. Young as she was, they still came to you to talk things over. That is who you are now. At least part of you. You're not exactly that because the two of you are one. You get to choose your path now. You can take your scene back now.
I feel like a lot of the conversation was happening in her own head, so you kind of just
Of
hear
course.
blank
Yeah,
out
yeah.
for a minute. Like,
This would not have taken a long time. This would have been eye blink. A short pause.
Do I remember what the hell Denal hates TJ so much? Is it just the petty bullshit as per normal, or was there a personal reason?
You remember that it was one of your best friends in the Anarchs. It is who you think it is, unfortunately, Serenity. You can't go see him because he's not here. He was the one that Cole had killed because he was not supposed to be embraced. So both him and his sire were killed by the sword, by the sheriff, as is the rules.
I know what so one,
That's why
I just
Serenity
reconnected.
was so mad. Yeah.
I know why I was so mad at Cole now.
Oh.
You remember that boy I told you about?
Calvin, right?
He existed here too. I knew him here too, and Cole's the one that killed him. Because he wasn't supposed to exist, even though that wasn't his fault.
I'm sorry, sweetie.
That's why I was so mad. Sometimes I would get the residual anger, but I wouldn't understand why. Now I understand why. I lose him in 2 timelines. Holy shit.
I hope you realize, though, that
I'm not asking you to give him up. I love you.
That's not what I was going to say, sweetie.
Oh, sorry.
What I was going to say was, I hope you realize that in either timeline, it's not your fault what happened.
I don't know what to do now. Great. I just had my epiphany and then I got thrown back into confusion again. Fuck!
Honestly, I can't tell you what to do. You're allowed to be angry.
Mm-hmm. This is different. This time it's a guy I know where, well, I don't know where he is. I don't know where you put him, nor do I need to know because it's probably a bad idea if I know right now.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to ask again.
To be quite frank, I wouldn't tell you. There's a reason why I haven't told you.
That's fair. I don't blame you.
Day sleep comes soon.
Well. We should go to bed.
Mm-hmm. I would love to heal. My health is so bad.
You know what to do.
How much are you missing?
I am at full. Like my health meter. I'm taking dice
got fucked up
at this point.
Yeah.
If I were to fight or do anything, so I guess I'm just gonna do my. It's Is it 3 frenzy checks or 3 rouse checks?
For aggravated, it is 3 rouse checks. For
I
any
think-
other ones, you'll heal 2 for every rouse check.
Okay.
For superficial.
Is there enough
Fail?
time for me to get home?
I could just text him that you're fine.
Let's see. I'm just gonna do the standard thing. I'm gonna roll the dice and we'll determine it.
Don't want to have a slumber party?
Odds or evens?
Evens.
Let's see then.
Oh boy.
It is not.
Okay.
You're gonna have a cuddle party on Katura's bed that is still here.
Sounds good. And I'll
Won't be the first time.
Nope.
nope.
Is
And I will
someone
say,
going to call?
yes, Serenity, please call Jacob and tell him that I am alive and in one piece and unharmed.
Yeah, I call him.
Okay.
She's alive. She'd get it by the phone, or but we all know why that won't happen. We're alive. If she's alive, everyone's fine.
Send him a very blurry selfie of Ari.
Does that work? Because if it does,
It
just do
can.
that.
It'd just be a shitty picture.
So it's
It'll be no Kia grade.
yeah, it just comes out really bad. Now here's the thing. Lasombras are not, it's not impossible for them to use technology. It is
really
just
hard.
very, very, very difficult. Like,
So they just avoid it.
you know, there's a dice roll essentially for them to be able to use it. But it is a pretty huge penalty to the using it. So like a Lasombra trying to use a touch screen, it's not gonna happen most likely, sort of thing. But a Lasombra trying to use Siri on like a speaker, you might get lucky. That might work out for you.
Takes a couple tries
Yeah,
with that -2 for my every single technology roll.
exactly. And the maximum you can take a technology is 1 as a Lasombra.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That is also part of the rules. You get a 2 dice penalty, but the most you can take is 1.
Well, I haven't taken any, so that's fine.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I send the blurry picture and be like, we're okay.
You got like 2 people and like fuzz in the background. I know that fuzz. That's my fuzz.
Basically.
All right. So y'all get a chance to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Katura, roll me a wisdom awareness.
Okay.
So you've healed all your superficial. You did get hungrier though. Very, very hungry. How hungry are you now? You went from 1 to 3?
Yep.
Excellent.
Excellent.
No, you did your rouse checks. I was like, didn't you just eat? Nope. Rouse checks.
I ate and then I did my rouse checks.
Very
Because
good.
if I did my rouse checks before eating, I would have had to frenzy because I was at 4.
Hold on.
Katura, you sense Amber. It's like your last thought before you go to
Oh,
sleep. Of course, keep
okay.
enough to where
Yeah.
fuck she's going to. You ain't trying to let her get away.
Yeah.
The thing is, Amber's a daywalker. She's one of those thin bloods. Fucking sucks, right? Like, have to keep up with one of them. However, you know where she's going. She's getting out of Philly.
Mm.
She's going to Manhattan.
Oh, that's a whole thing.
I am not taking another road trip, so obviously I'm going to kill her before she leaves.
She's leaving right
or
now.
she's gone.
She's going right now. That's why I'm telling you this. You feel her like, and you see where she's going. You know the route. She's going to New York.
Fine.
We just gotta let her go.
What?
Now,
Uh-huh. If this is happening during the day, how else are we gonna get her?
What else do we have ghouls for?
Fair
no,
point.
but not just that. Before she left, I used unerring pursuit. I can find her wherever within.
You know
24
where
hours.
you know where she's going.
is.
That's why I made you make that roll, just to kind of see if you got an idea of where it is.
A big ass city, her going to another city won't stop me from killing her, honey.
Well, this is where I need all of you to roll on. I need, I think the roll specifically we're looking for. I will take charisma and etiquette, or intelligence and politics. Either one of those rolls will work. Whichever one has your best dice pool. We're looking for 3.
You said intelligence and politics?
Correct.
Dope.
This is just gonna be charisma for me.
It's just gonna be charisma, and I do have 1 dot in etiquette, but it's a total of 3.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna willpower.
No, the goal was 3. That's
I
what
got 3. Oh,
You're
yeah.
looking for 3.
Perfect.
Okay.
Why does that not surprise me? That would make sense.
Do you want to blow some willpower, Ari? You have dice.
Yeah.
Up to you. You do not have to.
No, I will.
I might
that's the wrong button.
the visual failure.
I'll do all 3.
Yes, that is a bestial failure, Serenity, just so you know.
Yeah,
Somebody's gonna get
on
punched
it.
in the stomach in their sleep. 1 more. So another, I got 3 too.
Shit!
Go from bestial failure to 2 successes. Not bad. So, Serenity, you don't know. This is not your area of expertise, but
Absolutely not.
Katura, Ari, you immediately realize this is going to be fucking annoying. You know why it's going to be fucking annoying? Because you're going into another prince's territory.
Right.
Which means you have to introduce yourselves as you're coming into another city. You cannot go into another city, especially in a big one like this, and not bring yourself before a prince and state what your business is in their city.
Do we know who the prince is?
It is Prince Panhard.
Okay.
We got a name.
You know who she is. Yeah. You know who she is. She is known enough to you.
Okay. I probably
You
introduced
don't
myself
know
to
her
before.
well. Yeah. You've definitely had to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, Helene Panhard. And she is the Prince of New York. And she's a venturer. Just so you know.
God damn it.
Like, how many steps are we gonna have to go through to kill this bitch?
Now here's the thing. You could try to circumvent these rules if you wanted to. You could try.
I would
But if you
prefer
get
not
caught,
to.
Probably.
bad things might happen.
I think we might also get some assistance if we play it right. We have somebody part of a cult who likes to ash other vampires. Nobody likes that.
Fair enough.
I linked a couple pictures in the Discord so you know what she looks like.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah. So that's the last bit of information you probably need before you go to sleep. Anything else y'all want to cover?
No, I'm good.
Ari probably spent.
Please.
No, I was just gonna say Ari probably spent, any time remaining after the lecture before going to sleep, coming up with just questions like, okay, how does this work? How does this work? Because that's who she is. Yep. What about when this happens?
Do you mind spelling her name in the Discord as well, just so I have it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely. you go.
Thanks.
Now, I will say, you don't know a ton about her because, yeah, first off, you're not part of the Camarilla. Don't really work under the prince, but you have done the proper etiquette because you have to spend time in Manhattan on occasion. So you met her, said your piece, said what you're doing in the city, how long you're going to be there, yada, yada, yada.
It's like
And then
going
peace the
through
fuck out.
Like
It
going
is.
through,
It is
going through
vampire
the-
customs.
Like, yeah, like, are you here for business or pleasure? Like, a business with some pleasure. Okay.
I'll also give you this because of those good rolls from both you and Ari. You both know, well, at least have contact info for the sheriff,
Mhm.
Kadir Al Asmai.
Please post that in the chat too. Thanks.
I will.
I believe KP11 Studios did a fantastic cosplay of that that person.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
KP11
KP?
Studio. KP.
Oh, KP.
Mm-hmm. He
I-
did a
like,
cosplay of the student.
You just said his name really fast, and so I.
Oh,
I
sorry.
didn't
I know I do that
understand.
sometimes.
It sounded like K Peel, and I was like, "Is that like Jordan Peele's?"
No, KP11 is what I meant.
Yeah.
I know his name. I know his actual name. It's escaping me right now.
You're good. So put the name and the spelling at the top of that. That's it.
Thanks.
So you all take your day sleep. And the world keeps spinning. Now, here's a couple of things you might know, just based on who you are. It is very likely that old man Mortius is going to wake up a bit later than you all do. It happens with the older vampires. Katura tends to wake up a little later than both you and Ari, as it stands. Yeah.
Oh, I
We
thought
haven't
Ari
really
was
covered
last
it too much.
because Ari's humanity is lower.
Yes, Ari's humanity is lower. I forgot about that. Ari wakes up a little later than everybody, actually, because Ari's done some
Heinous.
shady shit.
It's just Serenity waking up first and like waiting around
Serenity's
like
like,
a kid waiting for their parent.
Oh, I've got a plan for when she wakes up.
Puts the bowls of cereal down,
watching Saturday morning
overfills it,
cartoons.
turns on the cartoons.
Yeah.
Waiting for your friend to wake up at the sleepover.
Oh my god, that has been actually me so many times.
But
I have a
anyway,
plan for when Serenity wakes up.
well, let's talk about that because you wake up and I'm gonna need that rouse check. Let's go.
Right, that's kind of what I figured.
Everybody can roll theirs, even though Serenity's the first one getting out.
I succeed. So be
Indeed,
quiet.
you do.
Damn.
Liz, I'm gonna need you to stop because this is not normal.
No.
Yeah, Liz, take your bad rolls back from me. Cause fuck you. I'm back.
Back at 4.
I'm back at 4. This is not normal.
Well, Mortius doesn't get hungry there either. So there you go.
It's only Katura.
So, Serenity, you wake
call
up
Gabs.
first.
I call Gabs. First thing I do is call Gabs.
She answers on the first ring.
Have you got an update
What's
on
up,
words and
mama?
all and Kelvin? I remember everything and I'm fucking pissed. So do you know where Denal and Kelvin are? Have you heard any word from anyone trying to find me?
Calvin? Oh, shit. Where did I last hear about Calvin? Denal is still from
Hiding
my
like a coward?
yeah, the words are basically saying that he is getting some recovery time. I think
know
he
where that
probably got
recovery-
really fucked up.
You know where that recovery place is? Have they said?
No,
Or do they
people
know
aren't-
that?
aren't
or do they
saying where
know?
he went off to because he did his sulky broody thing that he does and then kind of just like hid away
Well, it
from
looked like he give a
people.
shit. Do I look like I give a shit?
I can't see you through the phone.
The answer is no.
I mean, that was my assumption, but Paco just shook his head. So he said, you probably look like you don't
Thank
give
you,
a shit.
Bucky. Though I'm coming back by the house. Are you there? Or
Yeah.
do I steal your mama's?
No, I mean, I went back to the house because I realized that I left Paco's food. So I had to go back.
I'm
And
on my
then
way.
I started playing the PS5 and got distracted.
I get that. Okay. Do you still have enough cereal? I might as well stop on the bodega on the way home.
Oh yeah, I'm going back to my mom's.
No, you stay put, because now we need to plan things, because everything got fucked.
What are we planning?
Well, one, I gotta check to see if the people I sent to the Midwestern still got there. Two, I'm gonna rock the null shit.
Oh yeah, they're good. Yeah, I got word.
Okay. So we're all that's left of the Anarch. We're still all that's left. So now that changes things.
Yes, that's probably why Denala's hiding in some bush.
Oh,
somewhere.
I know. Oh, I know.
What's your beef with Denal?
What's my
No, I mean, like, I know he's kind of
how-
stupid, but like,
That's quite literally it. He's stupid. I'm pissed, and I got nothing else to take it out on. So, hey, a reasonable target.
oh, did you kill the doctor guy?
We came to a different agreement. It's honestly probably for the better.
Did you kill that Becky?
I have a feeling we're gonna try to after this is all said and done. I'll explain when I get to the house.
Do you hear her like flick her pocket knife open? I can, she's only a thin
you're
girl.
coming.
I could take her.
Oh, you're coming. Relax. You're coming on that action. But we're still figuring shit out with that out. Can I get to the house first?
Okay.
Okay, I'll explain absolutely everything when I get there.
You should play Returnal. It's really good.
We'll talk about when I get there. And I hang up. I leave a note like, "Hey, I went back to my house. I'll be back. Call me when you need me again." And I head over there.
Cool. Katura, you awaken to this note.
I wake up hangry.
Mm-hmm.
The note I feel like is on the fridge, like magnetized. And I like snatch
the
it
best part
off.
of waking up is A-type in your cup.
I love you. I love you. Yeah, I like, making myself a warm cup of blood. Read Serenity's note. And I guess just start preparing to go to New York. Like, I think if I have contact for Kadir, I would maybe text him to let him know, like, hey, I'm coming by. I'll be coming up tonight.
As soon as you send the text, you get a call. Like immediately.
Okay. I answer, obviously.
You're planning to come into the city.
Yes, I have some business to take care of.
This is a bit short notice. Normally you give me more time.
I'm really sorry, but my business just got there earlier today.
Is this like your makeup business or something different?
Are you aware of the Ash Finders?
I've heard word of them, yes.
One of them has arrived to your city today, and I have problems with her, and so I plan on ridding you of that rat.
You know you're going to have to talk to Panard about this. The prince
Of course.
is not going to just allow another kindred to be killed in the city without.
Trust me, she's killed a lot more of us. But I was going to come by and announce myself, but I just wanted to text you to give you a heads up.
Should we look for her?
Her name's Amber Freeman. If you'd like to look for her, sure. I'll still be coming up tonight, though. It's kind of personal.
Let me know when you get in. We'll escort you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Click.
Yeah, and I'll just like wait for Ari and Mortius, I guess, to wake up, and like just start like getting stuff together to go to New York.
And your beast is just like, we're gonna fuck this bitch up. We're gonna fuck her shit up.
For the first, like, one of the few times my beast and I are in agreement. I'm like,
absolutely gonna wreck her shit.
Like, absolutely, I'm gonna take her. I'm not even gonna eat her. I don't even want to eat her anymore. I just want to watch her head roll.
We should let Ari turn her into her skeleton on the outside. Just watch that shit happen.
Ooh, what if we turn her into a purse?
Ooh, that's a way to turn some history on his head, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think maybe we'll try. It won't take much to convince Ari to do that. But I'm just thinking, like, imagine like leather purse, but like encased in like her rib cage.
Oh, that's like some necromancy shit. That's metal as fuck. I love it.
Yeah. Just sitting on my couch making these plans.
You and the beast are just like in lockstep for once. Probably the only time ever.
I'm like sketching out like a design of this purse that I want Ari to make for me.
One
Ari?
fucked up step closer to Gloconda.
Look, my next step is just learning how to do the flesh crafting so I can just do it myself.
I mean, that is one way to go about things. Ari, you've awakened as well. Not as parched as Katura was.
All right. Come out. See Katura sitting on the couch. Drawings? What do you you know what? It's fine. Do your thing.
Can you make me this purse out of amber?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
No hesitation at all.
It was doable. Are you sure? Like, that's not typically your style.
Here's the thing. I would love to just have a piece of her on display. And also I just get the feeling that her ancestors did this to, some of my people. I mean, like, I swear, like, I'm pretty sure if we go to her house, we will find that wallet made out of Nat Turner.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I believe it.
Damn.
That's fine.
Ivy's a little confused and afraid to ask.
You should be. In this particular case, you should be.
But yeah.
History's fucked up.
History's fucked up. If you want to know more, I would Google it. Because I don't think it's something we should get into on stream right now.
Yeah.
Y'all just end up getting real mad. Just real mad.
No, I deleted Twitter for a reason. No, I'm not looking for any more racial. Thank you.
This isn't, I mean, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I can do that. That's not super hard. Like, it's mostly just skin and bone, so.
Yeah. Do you think we can dye it though? Because I mean, this color, not great.
Yeah, it's a matter of porosity and.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk. We got to get there first.
Where?
Oh, she's in New York.
Ah, okay.
I've already alerted the sheriff that I will be arriving tonight.
Okay.
We'll get escorted to the prince to announce ourselves.
Just you?
I usually come with other people, so I think he knows.
Cool.
But I mean, you'll have to announce yourself regardless. So, I've already told him our purpose of coming to New York. So, they might actually be on the lookout for Amber as we speak. Serenity went home. She left the note.
Okay.
So we'll have to get her and then maybe just make sure Mortius is settled before we go.
I'm assuming
what
we're
to-
going to need a body.
A body.
Well,
Hmm.
Prince Cole, if he's going to be working on him.
Yeah, let's see what he needs first. I want to be here for that. So, but this is time sensitive.
That's a great question, actually. What are you going to leave Mortius up to for the next basically day? Because it's going to take you, 2 hours to get there at least, 2 hours to get back, not counting how long it's going to take y'all to find Amber in the city.
I log into my Netflix account and just queue up Real Housewives. Watch some trash TV until we get back.
Wow.
Honestly, as much as Serenity would be useful in this situation, I feel like she would not want to go all the way to New York. She could just babysit Mortius.
Okay, that's what you want.
Yeah, because also she doesn't know how. Because there's also the fact that Anarch Rebellion just happened in this city.
Party.
Well, I'm gonna be with the Methuselah.
Party.
It should not be that bad.
Yes, babysit the Methuselah. Nothing go wrong with that.
Well, it's after that she's gonna stay home. Because here's the thing, she's attached to the Anarch movement. I feel like that after everything going to New York in Camarilla territory might not be the smartest idea. Okay, the currently failed Anarch movement happened. Her name's attached to it, so like,
damn, that was cold.
It's correct.
It's correct, but you have to say it.
It was cold.
I'm leaving.
Got him.
There's both a pun for TJ's last name and.
Okay, so I think in that case, like, I will, once Ari's awake, I would call you or text you and just let you know, like, hey, we're getting ready to go, and then you can just tell us, like, if you don't want to go.
Well, Serenity would probably call and be like, is it a good idea for me to step in there?
What do you mean?
Obviously what happened failed, but I don't need any of the Camarilla getting on my ass when I get there about it. Because I'm attached to it whether I like it or not.
Serenity, roll me a intelligence and history.
Do I have anything in history? Let's see.
Take one bonus die, as a matter of fact.
Well, I can't even find history. Hold on. Where's it under?
It's on.
Oh no, it's not history. I'm sorry. It is intelligence and politics that I was looking for. My bad.
Okay, I think I have the. Do I even have? I don't even have anything in that. So okay.
Just take one extra die.
Okay. That's the thing. I don't think she knows. Like, does what I do in one.
Would you like to spend some willpower? You have 2 dice that you could re-roll.
Sure.
Let's see what you get.
So that's 2
Excellent.
total.
That was exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for 2. Serenity.
Yeah, because
most princes, especially in other cities, not their problem.
okay.
That's the way they treat it. Unless they are like right on top of each other sort of things. Like they share a border sort of thing, which you don't. Not with a city like New York. Not their problem. Now, since Katura is known and is the eldest of your coterie, she will have to be responsible for you. That will be a thing.
Oh, so like normal.
But yeah, you go into the city, you don't have to announce, I'm an anarch and I lead the anarch movement in Philadelphia.
Okay,
that would probably be a bad idea.
That doesn't all transfer over. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I didn't know how. I don't know if other princesses talk to each other. Fuck.
I don't think they talk to each other. There's no like Prince Summit. They kind of just,
do their thing. Okay.
Stick to their own cities.
If Cole was a
30 minutes and
Ventru, this might have a little bit more complication.
Yeah. Thankfully, he's not.
Yeah, he is not.
He's a Banu.
Yeah.
So it's just like, give me an hour to decompress, and I will come up.
Okay.
Because I do want to actually have a conversation with Gabs when I get there.
Cool. All right. All right. Anything you want to do?
I'd ask Katura to I probably have a shitty flip phone. So I would very carefully T9 to Snake Eyes, like, hey, going to New York.
That's the burner that Oscar gave you, as a flip phone.
Yep. Yeah.
And you just get a response. What the fuck is in New York? Or WTF is in New York. And by New York, it's just NYC.
Problems.
And then it's ones that you started? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
For once, no.
And then
but they need to be ended.
Are you sneaking or introing yourself?
Doing this properly.
And then you just get fuck, good luck, don't die, please, love you, okay, thanks.
I
love you
so much.
Won't die, love you, see you tomorrow. And
he knows not to ask too many questions.
He has been around me for long enough.
Plausible deniability.
Mortius gets up. You hear him scraping at the wall. He's like, apologies for some of that. There's a little bit of paint scraped. Kind of hard to avoid getting the blood off. But there's no more ward.
That's what cleaning companies are for.
Great. So what is the plan today? Shall I be going to visit the prince, or?
How long do you think it will take? Because we have some business in New York that we need to attend to.
Approximately 4 to 6 hours.
What time is it now?
If you waited for him to wake up, it's probably about 8 p.m.
Oh, 4 to 6 hours. And how long does it take to get to New York from Philly?
2 hours.
2 hours. Okay. Well, I think if we get started now, that might be best. If it's going to take that long, we will have to go to another location. Oh, could he? I can't remember. Could he even get into Oscar's house? Oscar's house is worded, right?
Oscar's house had weird things going on. It was ghosts.
I thought we agreed we didn't want him going.
But there was no
knowing
words.
where one of our bases was anyway.
That's what it is. Okay, yeah. So I will have to go retrieve the prince. And then I can bring him back here. It shouldn't take me that long.
So you're going to bring a dead black man into a penthouse in the middle of the city.
Yep. Wouldn't be the first time we've done something weird.
Fine by me. I probably won't be the one that gets in trouble.
He does have a great voice.
We just weekend at Bernie's this shit. Toss him over our shoulders.
Put
Make
some
him look like
sunglasses
he's
on.
make him look like he's super drunk, and we just walk in the service elevator. It'll be
Y'all,
fine.
y'all do realize that he's unconscious, meaning you stick him in a big enough box, you just take the box upstairs, he doesn't breathe.
I'm just gonna fold him like a fucking pair of jeans.
We did it with
Put him in a
Al.
suitcase.
Put him in a freezer. Done.
Just put him in a real big
You do
refrigerator
realize
box.
that none of you can retrieve him.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say, I go ahead and text Jacob again. So, slight change of plans. Can you meet me?
Okay, here's my thing. Okay, go with me on this. I think we should just bring him to this house because let's be real. Oh, it might not be good because the ghosts are there. But
the portal. Do you want the Tremere with the portal?
But I was gonna say that we're gonna probably blow up this house.
That is also valid, but we're not.
There is also
for a little while.
If y'all remember, this place had a lot of stuff for Tremere rituals.
Yeah.
For whatever the fuck
also,
reason.
And also, it is closer to a tear between our realm and
that's true. That's true. He was talking about.
It might be easier for him, and maybe
y'all have the choice. I'm not making you do this. Take him there, but there are some advantages.
It would also just be a waste. It would also just be like we would be wasting time going back and forth, getting this body.
You also could call Malcolm. Give him a yell. He might just show up like Beetlejuice.
I deleted his number. I lost
just
it.
Wrote the name on the paper. Just say the name.
I go into the mirror. No, I go into the mirror and say his name 5 times like fucking Candyman.
He literally shows up in the mirror because he's got less Sombra powers.
Oh my god, I love that.
I only saw the trailer and that freaked me out. No.
That house is weird enough that the fact that there is that much Tremere paraphernalia there, perhaps
what
that
exactly
was the
do you
plan.
consider Tremere paraphernalia?
There was some stuff I didn't understand, but our friend was geeked out over.
There was a tongue, there was a tongue in a jar.
Eye in a jar.
Yeah.
And eyeballs.
Yeah. Let's go.
Right.
Let's. Do you have a ride?
Yes, of course I do.
I have to ask.
Call a car. No, it's fine.
Cool.
I understand. Yep. I'll let Serenity know that we're on our way over to the house. And I guess I'll text Snake Eyes as well. Be like, yo, I'm gonna need you to plunge back into the wall. before Serenity gets there.
He just responds with, it literally says, sigh, got it.
Thank you.
Cool. Serenity. You get back to your home. You realize when you get in there that the TV is on, but there's like, it's on like that the pause screen sort of thing, and Gabriella and Paco are knocked out, sleep next to each other, kind of like head to head, sleeping sort of thing.
I take a picture of that shit. Like, hate each other, my ass. I gently I have to talk to her, so I just gently poke.
Yeah.
You're fine. I would have caught her hands probably.
I was going to karate chop the shit out of you. You can't sneak up on me like that.
I have a key to this house. It's my house.
Yeah, I wasn't going to really karate chop.
No, I know. I just needed an hour away from the chaos.
Paranoid.
I don't blame you. I just need an hour in the chaos. I remember everything now. That's
what chaos are you talking about?
Too much chaos. Well, one, we didn't kill the doctor man. He actually is kind of helping us, well, helping Katura, which is good for her. They're waking up Cole.
Whatever.
The problem is I don't even care about him. I'm not
Are
even
you
angry
sure?
that he's... I'm angry, but not about him or Katura or anything else. I'm angry that they got their happy endings in both universes and I got mine taken both times. Because I remember why I got mad.
You still got a very long on life. Why can't you be happy or find a place to be happy at?
I don't know, and I know for a fact as soon as Denal hears about this shit, he's coming from my ass, and I'm gonna kill him. I'll kill him anyway if he tries it. But
I think Denal's probably gonna,
chill out.
find
Hopefully,
some other thing to like
be mad about,
angry about, and maybe decide that he wants to kill another prince or something and get himself half killed. Or
he can do it. I don't care. What angers me is the problem is Cole probably didn't give two shits. Probably wasn't personal. I believe that. However, I hate the fucking camera rolls rules. That's not anything he could have controlled, because of course the camera roll are like, oh, those are the rules, but then don't do anything to fucking change them when they're the ones in charge. Bullshit. I just needed to decompress for a little bit. Also, we are going to kill the bitch, so I need to come get you. The bag.
Oh, you're going to go kill Amber?
Uh-huh. Oh, I need something else to hit now. I need to get all the hitting in. I have had too much anger built up. I need to hit things.
So you need me for this, or you just want to bring me so I watch it?
Can it be a little bit of both? I need you because I want you there.
Okay. Okay, no los dos.
It's been a while since we've... Yeah, why not both? Besides, I like hanging out with you, and we haven't really had a chance to do that lately.
Paco, you coming? Paco hops off of the couch.
You two are adorable, by the way.
Fuck off.
I got the picture. Hey, I got the picture for proof. You can't say shit to me. You two like each other. Just admit it already. Sheesh. Also, I don't know. I will say, at least the way he died in this universe is a lot better than the way... Well, he wasn't even dead in the last universe. That was gross.
Yeah, didn't you tell me he got, like, turned into some monster or something?
Oh, yeah, in the sewers. That was his two friends.
So he was like a... I won't say that. That's insensitive.
No, I mean, I was stupid for going in there. Listen, if Genghis tells you that what you did was stupid, it was fucking stupid. If it's coming from Genghis of all people.
I don't know Genghis, but I'm going to say
technically here I don't either. But the other... He's a dude from Chicago that I knew in the other place. I missed him.
Genghis misses you too, baby. No, that's just me playing around.
Oh, please light up my life and bring him back to me. I'll take it. I just needed an hour away because I know they're gonna wake him up, and me being there's probably not a good idea. Not because
Okay.
like I said, he doesn't matter enough to me. She matters more than anything to me. I can do it as long as it makes her happy. I just felt shitty about it because, well, of course, the thing that spurred all that was something I lost. And I know I have time to gain stuff back, but that doesn't make me feel better right now.
You have your phone with you?
Yeah.
Give me.
I give her the phone. It's a new burner. I don't know what's
She
in there.
takes your phone and she starts typing stuff in. She's like, okay, stand right there. I'm gonna take a couple pictures.
Okay. I stand there.
Move your hair over and give me a little smile, a little side smile. There you go.
Are you putting me on Tinder right now? If we're putting me on Tinder, I'd like to know about it so I can get my sexy dress.
No.
I said, what did I just say? If you're putting me on Tinder, I'd like to go get dressed first.
It's not Tinder.
Which one
It's
are you?
Coffee Meets Bagel.
Okay, do I need to get a sexy dress or not?
I mean, if that's what you want to do.
You know what? Fuck it. Why not? I feel good about myself for once. We make a dating profile. Fucking,
proceed
to
do a photo shoot and make a dating profile.
Well, yeah, why not?
Paco
Everyone
does
seems to think I haven't had sex. I've had sex. Jesus
a
Christ.
thing where he like poses with you because like you can't have a normal picture like with a cat or a dog. You have a fucking peacock.
I have a fucking peacock.
Yeah, it's a bit of a photo shoot, but it looks good.
Okay.
Gabriella even manages to get a picture where she's like really edited so it looks like you're out in the sunlight, so you don't look like a vampire on a profile. She's added some color to some of your pictures to doctor them up so you look like you got a bit of blush of life going on.
She's getting all your angles. She's
You know what
Gabby
you're doing.
Gabby is that friend. Gabby is that
Gabby
friend.
is that friend.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Gabs. Now let's go kill a white bitch.
With that, I think this is an excellent time for us to take a short break. Can't get better than that for break time. So we're gonna take about 5 to 7 minutes, get a break, get something to drink. We're gonna come back and we're gonna hunt down Amber Freeman in New York. This is gonna be our player's first road trip, y'all. Like outside of Jersey. And Jersey doesn't count. Doesn't count.
We're 2 hours away from it.
It doesn't.
That was a work trip, and this is a pleasure
Personal
trip.
fun trip.
This is pleasure.
We hit Broadway.
Personal.
Please let me hit
Yes.
Broadway, even if it's just in a game.
All right. We'll be back in a few, y'all. Thanks for joining us. Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Vampire the Masquerade, Philly by Night, a RollingDeez20's VTM John. I am your storyteller, Prince, and I am here to wreck these players' lives. So let's get prepared for what happens next, because we're going to confront Amber Freeman, or we're going to go retrieve a prince from a wall and bring him back to life. Probably. Let's see what happens. So, we left off with Serenity doing a little photo shoot and getting set up on several dating sites. You got your Bumble, you got your Plenty of Fish, you got your I don't know what kids use these days. Tinder. What's the other ones?
Usually it is Tinder, Bumble, or Grindr.
I don't know if Grindr's the site for Serenity.
Yeah, I don't think Serenity.
I think that's not the right one.
No, but if you ask what the kids use. Also, OkCupid sometimes.
Oh yeah, I thought OkCupid was for the olds though.
I hack Serenity's phone and delete her OkCupid profile immediately.
I don't think Gaz would make her one.
The olds and the polyamorous. Anyway, getting back to the business here. So you both were taking Mortius to Oscar's place.
Just throw a sheet over the portal. Just throw a sheet over it.
Yeah, that is absolutely going to work.
He won't notice the massive surge of energy. It'll be fine.
And Snake Eyes, Jacob, is on his way there. Serenity, are you on your way as well, or are you sitting this part out?
Unless they give me a specific time to be there, I'm probably just on my way already.
Okay. And you're bringing Gabriella and Paco. Cool. Excellent. It is a shorter drive for Snake Eyes than any of you, so he gets there first. And he waits. Because he's afraid of the ghosts. Let's be real. That's what's happening. He doesn't want to fuck with the ghosts. The ghosts are creepy. I'd be afraid of the ghosts too.
They're fine. Don't worry. They're fine. They're really nice.
You two show up next.
I would have been rapid firing questions at the other doctor the entire ride.
Doctor's answering some of them. Some of them he's like, you really can't do that unless you're a Tremere or you have Tremere blood. Maybe Diablo Rise one, not me.
Okay. What about this? What about that? What about this? What was the effect of that?
Actually, Ari, roll me an intelligence and occult roll. Difficulty for this is actually going to be fairly hard. It's going to be a 5.
Then I'll go ahead and rouse my intelligence because it's not a 1. Why not?
Yeah.
No.
Success. What is happening right now?
Occult, intelligence, 2 more dice. 2. I'm gonna go ahead and willpower that because that's horrific.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That is 2 out of 7. No, 8 dice rolled.
Wow, I got nothing.
I'll tell you this. Something about Mortius's plan / formula to make this isn't adding up in your head. But again, you're not a Tremere, so you don't know exactly how it works. But it doesn't. It's like if you are a rookie coder and you see some code and something is just not right about it. It works, but something's wrong in there.
These results are not replicable.
Yeah.
You're
like, I don't know how we got to working, but this works. But it shouldn't.
But it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyway, you arrive to the house. Am I to assume you'll let him in?
Yeah, that was the plan.
Cool.
There's no way you can do it outside.
Yeah, we can't have
Serenity,
him
you
raising
show
the
up
dead in the backyard.
very shortly after they open the door, essentially. So you're there as well.
Hey,
Hey.
Oh, is this place
Yes,
gonna be
wake up.
creepy with the portal going and stuff? And Mortius looks back at her like, portal?
shut up! We talked about this.
There's a portal? Portal to where?
That's very. We don't have a specific answer for that one. We don't know how that shit works either.
Is it a portal to a win?
It is. Oh, it is a portal to here at the moment.
You mean it's opened?
Yeah, we have a.
You know what? All the
for that.
all the Tremere stuff is downstairs. Just come the fuck on.
Yeah.
Need
Just
him
begins
downstairs.
walking in.
Maybe you can tell us how this shit works and how to turn it off.
Portals are not my area of expertise, unfortunately. Blood, ashes, our kind, kindred, vampires. I know them pretty well.
Right.
And Snake Eyes is like, this is the doctor y'all were trying to kill?
Yeah.
He's weird.
Yeah. Oh, that's rude, baby.
My bad, Doc.
We have any room?
No, he's not wrong. I am rather strange in comparison to most others. I mean,
We all have our quirks, though, right?
Well, you got a lot of stories.
it does take a somewhat demented mind to, concoct an idea to make vampires sniff vampire ashes.
All right, you're the one who made that.
Yeah, that is
I don't deny
a
it.
bit over the top. Yes.
Yeah, I forgot that you were the one who started that.
Say nothing.
There it goes. I am a man of science, and science does not stop for the dead.
You know, some of us in this group really don't have any room to talk, so let's just keep going.
I just go downstairs.
I was gonna say nothing.
There's probably a moment where Katura and Jacob just kind of like look over at you, Ari, like.
Okay, we're throwing shade.
Go downstairs.
Okay.
Ari just strangely quiet.
Yeah. The doctor notices. So
Sure.
when you get downstairs, Snake Eyes is like, so you just want me to just grab him and bring him back out? Or also that portal's acting real strange. And the portal is acting real strange.
Not
it is
again.
flickering and flashing. It's not opened right now. Periodically, like the static reaches out and caresses you ever so gently. Your hair stands up on end. Doesn't hurt. Just reminds you that it's there.
I silently curse Abraham for giving me a rock instead of telling me anything about fucking ley lines. She's
Don't touch it. That is the one
probably
rule.
not.
Very, very interesting.
Don't touch it.
What
don't
does it
touch it.
signify?
Us.
What do you mean, us?
Well, we're not entirely sure. But there was a slight accident with a head being busted open, and then it came to life.
If
I'm
I
going
may,
to assume that is a accident of one that is not our kind.
You would assume incorrectly.
The person that got yeeted was human.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant
Who committed the mistake?
Eating. Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
I was just gonna say, don't touch it because it's gonna try to drain you too.
Oh no, I have no intention of doing that. But in order for this ritual to work, we will need to fuel this thing.
You
see, I am going to use a blood ritual, and I don't want that to take from what I'm doing.
Ah, I see.
So I'm going to assume it needs to be fed.
From what we've seen, yes.
Is it possible to just do this not in the basement?
I mean, yeah, we could go upstairs. I know that it also is fueled by ley lines on which this house sits.
I would prefer to do this the safest way possible, and if that means sacrificing, then trying to do it, then so be it.
That's not the problem.
And as he says this, Shade shows up and goes, okay, so who's this old guy? Why is he talking about sacrificing people? And is that portal about to turn on?
Is it?
Did Snake Eyes just walk into a wall?
Yeah, he does that.
That's not even on the radar, sweetheart.
Let's put it all on the table. We don't know how this shit works. This is Oscar's thing, and Oscar is currently
kidnapped.
Missing,
incapacitated for basically. Yeah. If it turns on, I mean, I don't know how to turn it off. I was going to suggest after everything we've done is completed, that we just maybe casually blow this house up.
Probably.
No,
or at least
of course, no, absolutely not. It's a terrible idea.
We're pretty sure it works.
Why is it a terrible idea?
Well,
do you have no appreciation for the science of the things that we could potentially discover? It is a portal.
There's a so it's just like
Doctor.
Yes.
We've experienced the portal. We did not like it.
Yes, but more likely than not, you're young and you did it wrong.
No, we have been through the portal and we did not like what we found on the other side.
Of course not. You don't belong there.
Let's just do what we came to do.
And as you say that, Snake Eyes comes out of the wall and he's like, so what am I doing with this guy?
And I'll show the doctor. I'm guessing like there's rooms set up in the basement. It's not just one open space with
no, it's one big fucking open space. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's no
then
privacy
like,
down here.
This is where we found all of the Tremere stuff that Aurelio mentioned.
And he is going through this, and you haven't seen him really get super excited about anything, but his eyes widen. He's like, it took me years to get a cabinet like this. How? Who?
We don't know.
Do you have a sorcerer in your home? A warlock?
Not that we're aware of.
I just showed up in this
do
here.
No magic.
We kind of just.
We're lucky.
And you see his
we have a lot of
eyes
don't knows.
flash a little bit, and he's like, I understand now. The area here is very thin. You have stalkers. Well, technically, I suppose if they're dead, you'll have haunters.
Oh, not that shit again. Ugh.
Well, that's how they know all of these things. Apparently, one of your coterie mates is a warlock.
Oh,
clearly
well,
not
I mean,
any of you. This Oscar sounds like
No.
Looking at his notes, does not seem like a warlock, though.
There's many things we can call Oscar right now. Let's not get into it.
It's a long story. We do not have time for
So
long
who else
stories.
is a part of your coterie?
I mean, dude. You remember?
Oh, it was the other one that was with you at the
Aurelio.
facility. Aurelio.
Yeah,
He's a warlock. Interesting.
Yeah, she's learning.
But she did not put this together.
No.
This was here when we got here.
It's a long story, honestly.
One that we do not have time for waking up the prince.
Yeah, and then taking our trip.
Well, feel free to go off onto your trip. This is going to take several hours.
Okay. I was kind of hoping to be here, but
if you wish to be,
there's a time sensitive.
It will not be incredibly interesting.
Okay. Well,
if I wish to kill your prince, it would be a trifle matter.
It's not that at all. That honestly didn't even occur to me. It's fine. Snake Eyes, do you mind staying here though? Or do you want to the ghosts. You don't like the ghosts.
Cole might not be
You
pleased
would make
to
an
see
excellent assistant. You have
That
large
is
hands.
true.
He's
Cole
got
would remember
one
that.
hand.
No, he
His
he
hand is
growing the one
growing back. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You put it
Like
back.
Deadpool's- Yeah.
The skin looks a little wrinkly
Wonky.
and new, but he's got most of his hand is in full shape. You can tell he's had to eat pretty good to get there, though. There's probably
have
a few
full
large
deer.
animals that have suffered along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's extra biomass for when I start projects again. That's fine.
You know he keeps the skins, so
Okay.
This is a
Reduce-
horrible-
Reduce, reuse, recycle, guys.
All parts of the animal. No waste.
I will
No
say, if
waste.
you're gonna use, yeah,
No
that's
waste.
yeah. If you're gonna do it, don't leave anything unused.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay. Well, if we should get going then, because
Yep.
I want to be back as soon as possible. You okay?
actually, may I try something?
What?
Please specify.
Well, for him, I may have a
Oh.
faster process.
Oh, okay. Will you need help?
No, I would need you two all to step away for a moment.
Like out of the room.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I can start to show you. And he opens a jar and a thick black smoke starts to come out of it. And he's like, you don't really want to inhale this or get it on your person. I'm immune.
Got it. Okay.
Understood. Okay. We go upstairs.
What's
We'll
it
be back.
do?
Ari, can you ask him after
I
he's done?
snatch Ari by her fucking neck and drag her up the goddamn stairs.
Snake
Okay,
Eyes
I'll
is
ask him
already on the move. Shade's like, I've already learned about this. But I am
Katura
kinda
and Snake
interested.
Eyes both just grab her and drag her up. Okay, but you gotta tell me what it does later. Bye.
She's. Remember how we talked about the bounds of science? Yeah, that's another reason we're a little on edge about that. Bye.
You went in front of me.
I know.
So you're all just leaving?
Oh, what else do we do?
I'm just making
I like
sure.
how
I
we-
want to make sure y'all are
I
leaving.
like how Liz and I both pause like, bitch.
you know that Katura and Ari are like as close to like two heads stacked Scooby-Doo looking
Yeah,
around the corner down the
absolutely.
stairs.
He didn't say.
Absolutely.
He
You
just said
can't
out of
see
the room.
anything.
Well, so
Um,
we can hear noises.
But, I mean, if you want to make any checks or rolls, or if you have abilities, you can absolutely try it.
What
You know
would
what?
that be?
I mean, I don't know. You got Sense the Unseen or, I don't know, some Auspex
No.
shit.
I I have heightened senses. That's it. I guess I can use that.
You can use heightened senses.
Okay, let me rouse. Fucking Liz, if you don't take your goddamn rouse checks back, why did you curse my fucking sheet? What did I do
Let
to
that
you?
old fucker just sit down there with your man? You just gonna let that happen? Eat his ass. You're gonna be distracted right now. That black smoke probably ain't nothing. You can probably choke that shit down, eat it up, swallow it, spit it back in his old ass face.
You sound extremely illogical right now.
Fuck logic. It's emotional.
Okay, well, you know what? We are going to use all of that emotion on Amber. So let's just save it. We're gonna get that purse. Maybe if there's some left over, we can get a pair of shoes too.
We're gonna have to eat somebody from New York. I want one of the haughtiest motherfuckers you can find.
I'm sure that won't be hard.
Your piece is sated for the moment. So you are heightening senses. What sense are you heightening? Or are you heightening multiple senses? How you want to do this?
Hearing. For
Okay.
sure, because you said we can't really see we don't have line of sight to what he's doing from where we are, right? Hearing, and I guess, I don't know, maybe smell.
Okay.
And that's it.
Anyone else doing anything?
I got nothing. I have Oblivion sight. That doesn't do shit right now.
I'll use Stygian Shroud so you can have something to do.
No, because you're gonna rouse for that. It's fine. So it's just waiting by the door. Probably leaning against the wall with her arms crossed, just waiting.
No, I'll stay corporeal and not try and sneak back down the stairs as a shadow.
No, I'm watching you.
So you wouldn't be able to stop me, to be fair.
Shade does not do that. Shade absolutely, after seeing this smoke, gets to the top of the stairs, second guesses, goes invisible, turns around. You can hear the stairs sort of squeak as she goes back down to look. She can't help herself. This is what she does. Even if it means going into the danger zone.
I love this nosy ass child. I love her.
So let me.
Private fixation is secret finding.
We need a Shade spin-off series.
We do. We need someone to play Shade.
Damn, she did good. All right, cool. So Katura rolled me wisdom awareness. Take a bonus 2. I'll just count that since you heightened senses here.
I guess
messy. No, that won't be a messy crit because you got the 2 on your regular dice first. So
yeah, I will
5 successes. 5. Or do you want to roll some willpower in there?
Let's willpower. Why not?
Do the thing.
It's candy, to quote Werewolf. Or Norden.
I guess no.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Try that again. I don't know what the shit just happened.
Oh, I know what happened. I fucked up. That's on me.
I think you just put in 3 into what kind of roll it was, but not into what the actual dice was.
That's literally exactly what happened because I forgot that I have to name things because things just, I wish it was a little bit more streamlined for that, but that's fine. Okay, that's one more success.
One more success. So that makes it 6 successes. Cool. Katura, you hear a cork pop. And you smell a strong scent of blood and what else is in here? Because you had a good chunk of successes, and I want to give you some details on this. So smell a little bit of other interesting things. Caffeine, ammonium carbonate, hartshorn. There's definitely human blood in here as well, and some vampire blood. The odd thing about the blood is it doesn't smell like Mortius's blood. You know that Tremere, and I'll give you this as a freebie, tend to use their own blood when they're using some of these things. Does not smell like him at all. But here's a weird thing. You hear what sounds like another person down here.
Mm-hmm.
A choked cry. No, it just sounds like footsteps almost, but it wasn't Shay. Okay, gotcha. You've put together that it wasn't Shay. Then you catch a sound of a choked cry, just, and then it's done.
And it sounded like an actual, like a physical person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then you hear one more thing.
I asked because there are ghosts.
Oh, yes. This sounded like a physical person. Okay. You hear what sounds like a command. Bleed for me and give this one life. I need what I need from you, and you will give it. And this is as clear as you've heard Mortius sound, not as sort of raspy professor voice.
Mm-hmm.
You smell blood again. And you hear the sound of Cole's jacket sort of moving, like a head is being tilted up. Blood's being poured in. And then you hear Mortius. Clearly, everyone hears this. Well, if you're going to be so noisy, child, come over here and help me to strap him down so that if he awakes, he does not eat any of us. And Shay's like, oh, fuck, you can see me?
I love her.
And you hear her shuffle over there. Yeah. What do you do?
I think I go down there just to make sure Shade's okay. Like, I would go down there. Like,
yeah. So
I'm sure he knew I was listening anyway.
You see this black smoke sort of dissipates. It is when you get down there, because your senses are a little bit heightened, you realize the black smoke shit, it was nothing. It was literally like a bunch of black pigment with a bit of glitter in it. That's what it was.
That's funny.
It was a parlor trick, essentially. Mm-hmm. But
yep,
you think that was meant to distract you.
Yep.
The other thing you do notice is there is a body down here. There was no other people that came into this house that you saw. But there is clear as day body of what seems to be maybe a 20-something man, blonde hair, short stubbly beard, fangs. Likely a thin blood. But he doesn't seem to be dead, just unconscious.
For now, he doesn't seem to be dead.
Indeed. And Mortius goes, you all are very, very impatient, but Should have expected that from you, but nonetheless, I believe that this one will be awakened in any moment.
You know, rasping your voice like that must hurt. You can just speak the way you normally do.
This is how I normally speak, but if you would like me to use a less pleasant voice, then I can absolutely do that for you.
You find this voice to be less pleasant?
I think this one tends to put people more at ease. It is unassuming, and it makes people think to underestimate me.
I can see that. But I think we're past that, don't you?
And you hear Cole cough. Oh, fuck! Oh, oh.
I'm sorry. This is me laughing at a character. It's so
Where the fuck am I? Who strapped me
Hey,
down?
babe. Strapped you down so you wouldn't eat everybody.
His eyes go to you and he goes, who are these people?
Well, this is Shade. This is introduce everybody, I guess. This is Dr. Mortius. He helped you. I don't know who this gentleman on the floor is, and I don't even know how he got in the house.
That is a snack I am providing.
Yeah, did you hide him in that jar of ink?
Technically, I pulled him from somewhere.
Okay.
Good on you for having a mirror.
I mean, of course I have a mirror.
And you see the mirror. It is literally like one of those little ones that you have on a counter, little oval thing. It's not big. You don't know how a full-size man got pulled out of there, but
you know what?
There's a person.
You know what that is? You know what that is? Not my business. That ain't my business.
If it don't affect us, it don't matter.
How that happened. But yeah.
Mr. Jacob, could you help me with feeding the prince here? And Snake Eyes goes, I don't know about that one.
He's probably still upstairs with me.
Oh, okay. You didn't come down? All right, cool.
I'll help with that.
As you will. Be careful.
Of
me.
That's why we have the snack.
And as soon as you put this person close, it is just like arm bit, just savagely chewed through. And he has a moment where he kind of like spits a little bit. It's like thin blood.
Really? Now you want to be picky right now in this moment?
This is diablerie.
You don't have to eat them all the way.
Mortius winks at you. It's like, I have an excellent taste in picking the right snack for the right person. It is one of my culinary arts abilities.
Truly, I would love to go out to eat with you one day.
It would be delightful. And Cole drains this thing dry. Unfortunately, there is a corpse. Thin bloods don't always decay like a regular vampire does.
I pull an Oscar and throw it through the portal. I'm joking. I don't do that.
Ari, you're gonna have to take out his bones again.
It's fine.
And so Shade just goes and she's like, you didn't do a ritual. At least it wasn't your ritual.
Oh, really?
Perhaps I skipped a step or two. I made things a little bit easier on myself, and you wanted your person back.
Shade. Does it matter how he got it done? And she's genuinely asking, like, because she doesn't know, like, what he did. Or is it just that he used
Shade's like, it was thin blood alchemy. So he used that thin blood to basically fuel his spell. Like, I think it was already done. He just kind of used what they had, and he just needed a little bit of a vessel.
I think that's how it typically works. So,
He's like, well, normally I would have had to go into the Wraith lands and do some negotiating and so on and so forth. And I thought maybe, perhaps I could skip a few steps by using one of the disposables. And here we are. And Shade's like, do you really think so little of, like, people's lives? I mean, define person, child. Imagine, this one right here was embraced by somebody who probably shouldn't have been embracing a vampire in the first place. They're so weak that they can walk out in the sun. Look at the little teeth that he had. They're tiny. They're baby teeth. He should not even be allowed to feed. He probably has to cut into someone like a steak.
Just fucking teething.
He's not a full vampire. He used to be a person, and he was probably still a person, and you just took him from wherever he was.
I see your point, Shade. But I think if we're going to use that logic, then we also have to consider how we feed as well. Because those are also people.
But he's dead. I don't drain people dead. I haven't seen you drain people dead.
When I was around your age, I did. I didn't really know any better. I didn't have a sire to help to show me the ways. So I have killed people when feeding.
But you don't now.
These days it's a lot harder to get away with murder. But no, for the most part I don't. But I have self-control now.
And then she looks over at Ari, or at Serenity, because Ari's still upstairs.
Like, don't look at Ari. Don't look at her. Don't look at that direction.
Hey, I stick to blood bags for a reason, kid.
We got a bone face in the office. Don't look at her.
Serenity just like, look, I'm with you, but also sometimes things happen whether we like them or not. That doesn't mean he didn't matter.
Jay just looks at y'all, like everyone down here, kind of disgusted. And she just turns and walks upstairs.
Shade.
Doesn't even look back.
She doesn't have to look back. There was a time in my life when I wasn't seen as a person either. So I get it. And I had to fight and kill to survive. Before I was a vampire.
And she just yells, just because we're vampires doesn't mean we have to be monsters. That's a choice.
You're not wrong.
To be young and dumb. Prince Cole, how are you doing over there? Still hungry, but I'm doing better. I'm probably not going to eat you. Doctor.
Probably?
We need that to be an absolute sleeping
Prince Cole,
beauty.
I am absolutely not worried about you eating me, it would be a very difficult proposition for you. But perhaps if you all decided together that you wanted to eat me, it would be dangerous for all of you, because more likely than not, I would activate that portal and we would see what happens when science meets chaos.
A lot of things.
Wait, somebody already came through that portal and they were annoying, so maybe let's not.
Yes, that's the idea. I would prefer not to be eaten, and I prefer to not open that portal if we could avoid it.
Babe, are you going to eat people, yes or no?
Get me someone else, please.
Okay. I think, like, at first, like, I'll go get some money. But I'm also just, like, thinking about it, I'm just like, huh, you know, Shay didn't have a problem when Oscar killed those two people out on the fucking street.
Shay was not there for that.
Was she not? I thought she was.
Nope, she came back later.
Oh, interesting.
Shay missed that.
She was showing up as or after in the aftermath when Aurelia went outside.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
So she had no idea that that two people were already dead.
Yeah, I'll go get someone, or like if somebody else wants to go get some money, I don't know, but I'll go get food.
I mean, you using all basically means you get a person. So this part's not hard.
Mm-hmm.
The question is,
I actually don't have all, but I am very hot.
then I will make you make a roll.
Yeah, let me be.
There's going to be a hunting roll.
That's not a Hakata power.
You can charisma persuasion. You can manipulate and intimidate. You tell me how you want to go hunting.
I'll use charisma and persuasion.
Okay.
And I think I get bonuses because of my stunning looks.
You're stunning. That is +2.
+2. Okay.
That's a success if I've ever seen it.
That is definitely. There's 4, 5, 6.
You bring
7,
an
8,
entire football
9
team in
successes. Yeah. You can have whoever you want. you could be a discerning picky eater if you choose. Like, what am I gonna get my man tonight?
Oh, I mean, I honestly think that I find, like, not like in taste, but like somebody who's like, nobody's gonna miss this person. They are a piece of shit. The world will be better off without them here.
Excellent. You catch some dude who's yelling outside at partner's house. Baby, it was only the 4th time. It was only the 4th time. I will never do it again.
I don't even want to know what it was. He's already dead.
I absolutely am channeling like who I used to be, and I snatch his ass the fuck up.
Okay, maybe this one time I'll do it again. Hey.
Hi. Do you want some fun?
Yes.
Come on then.
And he is like puppy dog.
Oh my god, so pathetic.
Yes, I am. I'm absolutely pathetic. Tell me how pathetic I am.
Oh, you're into that. Interesting. You're pathetic. You're like shit on my shoe.
Could I be like a bug that you stepped on?
Let's get inside, and then we'll talk.
And so he follows. Now, question is, who are all these people? Are they gonna watch?
Don't you like a show?
I do. I just wasn't prepared. Like, should I strip now or?
I'm sorry.
Snake Eyes is just.
No, I'm just picturing Katura comes upstairs. Ari and Snake Eyes are just chilling on the couch, all snuggled up. See her leave. See her walk back in 10 minutes later, just degrading this guy as he's like crawling and following her. And we're just like, huh, okay. And then they just go back downstairs.
Pretty much, yeah. Just like, okay.
Okay.
I do nothing with this information.
Shade is just
I thought she left.
no, she didn't leave the house. She just left downstairs.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I will. I guess I'll untie Cole and let him do what he needs to do.
Okay. Well, let me do a thing for Prince Cole.
Drama. But also, I'm not gonna like. I got you the food. Feed yourself. Like, I love you, but you're not a child.
Sweet. Cole frenzies. That was my frenzy check for Cole. He is absolutely about to destroy this dude. And you see him as soon as you release him, he's like, "You pathetic monster," and he's just like, oh.
I said the same thing.
And drains him, and then you just see him just throw the corpse at the wall. There's not much left to throw. Like, by the time he's done, it's just like skin and bones, essentially.
Well, honestly, if he was throwing it in the direction of the portal, I would have to, like, you know, do that action movie dive in front of him.
No, he's just like,
no.
Drain, toss at the wall. He's like, I'm better.
Good.
Did we win?
In a way, maybe this isn't a conversation we have right now.
I'm absolutely interested in this conversation. Please tell me more.
It's more about, it's not about Mortius being here. It's more, for Kater, it's more about Serenity being there. She doesn't want to say anything in front of
Wherever you like.
upset her.
You saved my life, and I suppose your friends have as well. I'm in your debt.
Let's go talk. And then I have to go to New York.
To New York?
Mm-hmm.
What is in New York?
Unfinished business.
Are you intentionally being coy, or is this supposed to be a
Yes and no.
secret?
Let's go talk.
Okay. I assume you take him upstairs to the bedroom.
Sorry, the way you phrase that. So
it is not meant to be like that. That is just like a private space.
Yeah. Private space, but I also will like speak as in hushed of a tone as possible. So like, you know, to try to prevent people from overhearing what we're talking about.
Cool.
But I'll let him know about, like, you know, the fight,
Mm-hmm.
what I've heard from Shade and other people, like the casualties and whatnot.
Yeah, because he knew they were winning at the time, and then he got yoked up.
Yeah. And I'll let him know, like, we're going to New York to kill somebody. I've already let the prince know that I'm on my way there.
Cool. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna go talk to Shade.
Okay.
She was clearly distressed.
Ari?
I'm hanging out with my husband.
You do that.
So
Couples
y'all
go
just got
hang out.
Hulu on. Y'all kicking it.
I haven't seen him in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because we've been running around. So I'm just like.
And you just hear Mortius downstairs like, "Ooh, I could use this to do this. And oh, that'd be magnificent. This one."
Doc, just don't turn on the portal, please.
I am not prepared to turn the portal on just yet, but when I am, I'll be sure to tell you first.
I'll take that, thank you.
I would imagine, just real quick, Snake Eyes probably has one arm, like, just holding me there, because I keep, like, but I should just go real check. No. I just wanted to know.
No, we're not doing that. No, just...
I haven't seen you in 2 weeks.
This Love is Blind. This is absolute trash. We should watch this and enjoy it for what it is.
I
Please.
know. Okay,
Please.
I know. But just real quick.
What if we got another dog?
I really was thinking.
That's where the conversation goes.
Wolfhounds. Yeah.
Serenity. You want to talk to Shade. Shade has just been sitting on the stairs. You're aware of her presence, Ari, because you can see the stairwell, but she is not paying any attention to you. Like she's in her own world. The last thing she paid attention to was this groveling dude that came into the house, and it was more of just like he's not coming back up the stairs sort of thing. But yeah, Serenity, take it away.
Where are you right now? You're off in your other world. So what you thinking about?
Can we go outside?
Absolutely. Come on, I take her hand.
Walk outside the door.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just stand on the street. She's talking low when she goes.
Mm-hmm. I have a backyard.
Yeah, it is. Actually, you know what? Go to the backyard because there is.
Yeah, I'll pull up some lawn chairs or something and like let her chill out. Talk to me.
So like, since we're vampires, do we just not care about humans anymore? Is that like how it's supposed to work?
I think that's how a lot of them think they're supposed to work, but also a lot of them have been here for centuries. I think what the farther along you get, I mean, and even then, the shit I've seen Vamp and Kindred do each other is, I don't get it, because the one thing that we share with humans is emotion and feeling and passion. We're driven by half of the same things. I don't get it either. But for some reason, that's the way they built this world, the ones that came before us.
But like,
as much as they don't want to admit it.
Once I turn like, I don't know, 200-300, like after every human that I know is dead, like my mom and my brothers and my sister, like, do I just
stop caring?
Yeah.
I think that's up to you. And what your experiences teach you. Same with me. We're young.
Stop caring?
Absolutely not. I'm not gonna lie, that was unexpected. But I mean, I know it's gonna happen the day my brother dies. I know it's gonna happen the day my mom dies.
We're gonna look like this forever.
That's not the point. Actually, that makes it worse.
Stuck in time.
Like, yeah. Yeah. And we got, because Shade, out of character, Shade got embraced real young like Serenity was, right?
Shade's been a vampire for about 8 months.
Right. So she's right, but she was embraced. Yeah, but she got embraced around the same, like Serenity got embraced at 21. How old does Shade look?
Shade looks like she's maybe just 18.
You want to know the story of how I became what I am? Will that make you feel better?
Probably not, but you can tell me.
No. Well, my point is, we both also happen to get embraced. I got embraced before I got to figure out what being human was, let alone what being a kindred was. Your 20s are when you're supposed to be getting drunk and having fun with your friends and finding love and losing love, and that's not what it looks like now. I'm assuming you're feeling kind of similar. I could be wrong.
The girl I was dating, after I got turned up bitter. And I didn't realize what happened, and I don't even think she remembers, but I can't see her.
You can't do that, yeah. Hey, I get you. I woke up alone and with a snack, and I drained that bitch. Even though she wasn't a bitch.
You kill somebody?
To be fair, I had literally just been embraced. To be fair, my sire embraced me and left that same night. I never saw him again. Like, I got embraced and left there with a body.
I got left on the side of a road.
Ugh. What is with shitty sires? Jesus Christ. People are somehow perpetuating their daddy and mommy issues in death.
I mean, lucky for me, the prince doesn't know exist.
Oh, well. Oh, right. We better keep it that way then. Or something.
You could take responsibility for me.
You want me to claim to be your sire? Sure. That's the problem. That's not the problem. I would. That's not the problem, though. Do you know why that? Do you know how that rule works?
Well, I think the prince owes you now. Like, so.
If I claim responsibility for you, this is true. But I also need to make sure you understand why. Like, if this weren't the situation we were in, that wouldn't work. Because I had to have asked permission or whatever the fuck.
Yes, I pay attention.
Okay, I know you do. I just also know that when your brain goes a million different directions, I don't know what you can immediately recall in the moment. So
my brain's going in the direction of, should we care or not about people? I'm not just talking about humans. I'm talking about us.
Each other?
That kid was a thin blood. I mean,
no, yeah,
are still vampires too. Like,
yeah, whether kindred like them or not, they're one of us because they're not human.
Prince didn't want to kill him. Prince didn't want to eat him.
No. Well, have you ever lost? Do you hear the little voice in your head that tells you to eat people?
Oh, that asshole.
Often?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well,
it's kind of a cunt, honestly, and I don't really use that.
I
word.
feel like, listen, our beasts I don't think are supposed to be our friends, which is really annoying.
Like, she sounds like me. I don't like it.
Yeah, yeah. Beasts are like that, unfortunately. I can't tell you. As much as I wish that kindred cared about each other, it's entirely dependent on the kindred you meet. There are plenty of kindred I've met who care about each other, but there are also plenty who don't. Or depending on the situation or the hierarchy. I hate vampire politics. I hate these politics. No matter which side I'm on, it's always some bullshit.
You know, I only asked to stay with y'all because y'all seem like y'all cared about each other.
We do. We really do. And we care about you. I care about you, certainly. So your opinion about whatever's going on does matter.
And Serenity, she does a really, I don't know if it's weird exactly, but she just kind of like jumps out of the chair and gives you a hug and then just like runs back in the house.
I was gonna hug you back. Come back. No, okay, I fixed that. Okay, well, I didn't say fix, but yeah, I made it feel better. That's good. Yay. Okay. I'm gonna probably sit out here though for a little bit because I don't need to watch the couples be coupley.
Cool. Meanwhile,
the only couple being coupley.
The ones in my immediate view are those two, so that still counts. Hey, my point still stands. The only ones in immediate view are being coupley. Don't you see that shit right now?
Cole's like, how long was that out?
Out of character. Let a bitch know.
It's been approximately let's say a week. Yeah.
Okay. It's so hard to keep track of in-game time.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm like, it's actually been like 2 months, but in game, it's been...
Yeah, it's been approximately a week.
Okay.
Give or take a day or two. It's whatever.
Okay. About a week. You were brought here to me.
Mass Effect, the Toreador already moving. I have to get straight back to work.
Did Aurelio tell us that? Because I know Aurelio found that out, but I don't know if we've had a conversation.
I don't think Aurelio told y'all that.
Okay. I mean, it's either that or the Ventrue.
Do you have paper by chance?
Yeah.
And a pen. And so he starts writing something down. He's like, I need you to tell me what you're doing exactly and who you're going after in New York.
Why?
so I can ensure your safe passage.
Oh. I'm going after the ash finder, Amber Freeman.
Excellent. Writes this down swiftly in paper. And he folds it up and he hands it to you. And he says, give this to Panar. She will not ask questions. And if she does, have Kadir call me.
Okay. Thank you.
I owe you nothing less since you saved my life.
You don't owe me anything for that.
You had to deal with that creepy old man.
He's actually quite pleasant once you get to know him a little bit. Maybe it's because I'm also old.
Could be.
Because you're used to Ari.
Yeah, and also, I mean, honestly, if you were around my coterie, this is nothing new for me.
It's really not.
I flat, she thinks about the bone vase in the fucking office at the bodega. It's like, and also she promised to make me a purse out of Amber Freeman's body, so.
Which you requested, by the way.
I did request it.
You requested that.
But she didn't have to agree to it.
Fair enough.
So, but if you need help with anything else, let me know.
I will. And please be careful.
I will.
And he kisses you, provided you're okay with it.
Brush your teeth first. No, I'm kidding. I know, I kiss him.
He smells a little earthy.
Hey, you know what? There's honestly nothing wrong with that. That's actually a really pleasant smell.
But yeah, he is off to work. He is not in hiding. He is about that business now. That's what he is going to do. He's got shit to get together.
Yes,
I
Serenity does want to have a non-physical involving conversation with. I basically feel like she would go around the back, wait up front for him because she knows that he's gonna walk out of here.
Well,
okay.
Do you mind Couture being there? Because she would walk him out.
That is not a problem.
I mean,
it's
I think
not meant to
everyone would be there except Mortius, who is still down in the basement going, ooh, this is amazing. I love this.
It's not meant to be
I'm writing this down in the book. Do you mean the portal's fueled by blood? I wonder how much you need.
We should not leave him down there, but okay.
No, this is
I will watch him. Don't worry.
Day. This is a problem for another time.
No,
cool.
Serenity would be there, leather jacket and all. Hey, Sleeping Beauty.
Sanchez.
I'm assuming you got the rundown of what happened at the end. I'm not here about that.
What exactly are you here for?
I get up close to him, non-threateningly, and I kind of just tilt my head towards her. I love her more than you will ever matter to me. The day you die is the day you break her heart. I can put whatever else aside for now.
Fair enough.
I mean, the idiots did the thing that I told them not to do, so consequences are consequences. I can't change that. And nothing can change what happened.
And he looks at you very confused about nothing can change what happened. Doesn't seem to know what you're talking about.
You don't remember him, do you?
Who was him?
Someone I cared about very dearly, that because he was made non-consensually by him or anyone else, he got the Wasn't his fault he got made. I hate that rule, but I also have a feeling that doesn't matter because you're gonna say them's the rules, even though they can't really control the rules.
Kind of looks sad, and he looks at you, and he goes, "For as much power as I have over the city, I'm not in control of everything. But there are some things that you all have control of that you don't take advantage of. Had any of you showed up, you could have potentially spoke for that one. These are public to our kind. Every time. That is my rule and my city. Should we come across a situation like this again, I cannot promise you that the results will be to your liking, but I can promise you that there is a better chance of survival should there be someone to speak for a child. I apologize that your friend medicine.
Actually, does the other going through the other Serenity's memories, did that happen? Did someone go talk for him? I would have thought Serenity would have.
Serenity didn't know that he got taken. This happened late. The Null knew.
Oh.
Several other people knew.
Oh.
Nothing.
You know?
Because the rule had been stay out of Camarilla politics. So they don't go to Camarilla events. They don't go to any of the Elysiums. The Elysiums are open to the Anarchs, provided they follow the rules of Elysium. But when people don't show up, they don't get to speak.
Yeah. So because of their own bullheadedness, this boy died because they didn't want to be involved.
Not necessarily, but they could have had at least words to say their piece.
There was a conversation.
Yeah.
So because they were told by the Camarilla, stay out of our shit, and that's the one thing they listened to, and somebody died for it. That was probably their own interpretation of it. And Serenity would tell him, I didn't know it even happened until after it happened. And the people who did know, apparently, according to them, you told them to stay out of your shit. So, because apparently Camarilla shit was off limits, which in their minds included Elysium and everything else. So they stayed out of it and then found out he died. This is all of the information I have. And now I'm really gonna go kick the Null's ass.
He lived.
Apparently. And he's hiding from me because he knows I'm gonna fucking smack him.
I turn to Cole and I say, barely.
Yes, I disemboweled him.
I will say your swords are cool.
Oh, I do have your swords, by the way. I use them. I hope you're okay with that.
I will not lie, he's one tough son of a bitch, but it's hard to be tough when your intestines falling out. And yet he still managed to do it.
Also, you and me need to have a separate conversation about a lot of things involving your safety.
Conversation for another day, Miss Sanchez.
Absolutely. I just need you to know that we need to have that conversation.
You have a standing invite. I'll be sure to let Eve know.
Your swords are at my penthouse.
Keep them.
You did look badass using those.
I did use them. I cut a thin blood's head off with them. It was pretty amazing.
I'm likely to not need swords. This is going to be a situation where the pen is mightier.
Okay.
Good luck. I mean that.
See you.
Quick
Walks out.
question.
I was gonna
Yes.
do a handshake, but okay.
Did he make any notice of Snake Eyes?
He did not look
Sorry.
Snake Eyes' way at all.
Okay,
And you
good.
can tell without an insight check, that is intentional.
Go ahead.
I mean, you would imagine that peripherally, if Snake Eyes would have made a move, he'd have been ready. But he that was not. And Snake Eyes is eyes
they're mutual.
trained on him. Does not leave him the entire time. Where he moves, the eyes move. Maybe he doesn't move in his seat, but the eyes follow him. Every single move, every flinch, even the bow.
It's a mutual understanding.
And when he walks out the door, Snake Eyes just goes, I don't gotta go hang out with him or something now. Like, we're not double dating or anything like that. Like, that's not what you want.
I might
absolutely going.
I might make you do it once as punishment.
For not listening,
Really?
for being a big head.
In the suit and everything.
I put him in the wall and took him out.
It was very sweet. You scared me.
You did that at your own volition. This is your punishment because you have no choice but to be punished by your wife.
Hush you.
I'm not the one who did it. I am scot-free.
I said I wasn't going to stop you, and you still went, and now there are consequences, and those consequences include a double date.
Ooh, well, tongue. Good gods.
What are you? Serenity would go down. What are you doing down here? What are you doing?
Can you let me have Serenity? God damn, that's all I'm trying to do right now.
Why have you turned into the Doc Brown?
True.
Okay, wait, if Katura's obviously trying to get Serenity attention, she'd stop, huh?
Well, Farron is trying to get the attention.
Okay.
But y'all motherfuckers will shut up.
Okay, Serenity would see Katura. Yeah, Mama?
No, it's not that. She doesn't want to say anything. It was like once Cole leaves, she will hug you. Like pat you on the head and stuff and be like, thank you.
It's not worth it.
No. And
I didn't know that part. I didn't know half of that shit.
I wonder how generous of a read it is to say that Denal just assumed that he should stay out of the camp business. Because I don't know if Cole has ever... You know he's very straightforward.
He is. I'll take that.
If he says that something is open to the public, it is open to the public.
No, I can admit
regardless
that.
Of other camp politics going on.
He's the one.
He's been straight up about Elysium's being open. Like, Hakata can show up. Honestly, probably Sabat could show up as long as they don't go and fuck shit up and announce their Sabat. But he's been like, if there's an event such as an execution, executions are open to all kindred because they want to make an example out of them. Essentially, they aren't very effective if no one's there to watch. And then so are Elysiums. So you have a voice, using that term loosely because of the ivory tower politics, but you do have a chance to say your piece at an Elysium. Whether you choose to or not, up to you. Denal probably did take it very much like stay off of our territory and out of our shit to be completely don't do anything to do with Camarilla.
Would I remember that conversation probably? Because again, was there an actual conversation about this or did she just get told they took him whenever she came back from whatever she was doing?
Essentially, that's what you got told.
They
took him and they're going to take him out.
You got a text message.
And it was probably after the execution, so she probably didn't even get a chance to get over there. Because if she had heard about it the day of, she would have gone on that bike and gone. But
because they did round them up, and there was an execution for all of the ones that were not legally embraced, and they were all done. Now nobody showed up for them, so
yeah.
And random Camarilla aren't going to speak up for who knows who, anarchs or not even anarchs, not unaffiliated people. They don't matter.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for giving me. Sorry, I said thank you for letting me take my space. Whatever I was feeling immediately had nothing to do with any of you. Honestly, I was just mad at the universe.
That
You
said something and half of it did not come through.
You don't have to thank us for that.
It's funny though. Gab's made me a dating profile, so let's hope something comes out of this.
Swipe.
I need to see the pictures that you posted.
I'll show you on the way because we do need to go.
Liz, what were you saying?
I was just going to ask when-ish did all that happen, and does Ari remember Snake Eyes being up in arms about it? Or was that
Snake Eyes
Okay.
a little too old to really be that bothered by it, and he wasn't that close.
okay?
Like,
That's what I
like-
was curious about.
Alvin was her. Were they dating in this universe? I like to think so. I'm
no,
not sure.
they weren't
No?
dating, but they were just very close. Like they were part of
Okay.
the clique. Could it
Gotcha.
have blossomed into something?
Very
Definitely.
much like how it was in the other
Yeah.
time. Like they were starting it, and then that
Yeah.
thing took them.
And to that extent, just for edification here, Denal was pretty close with him too. So it wasn't like you were the only one hurting. That might be why
Yeah.
Denal is so incensed and
Angry.
took it the wrong way. Would Ari have known more than that? Not really.
Okay.
Because
Mhm.
it's not that Snake Eyes is not active in the Anarchs. It's just like he's
He's there when they
him.
call him.
He's the Gangrel snake club mom. Like he
Yeah.
makes sure his babies stay in line, and if they
he
need
likes
something,
to
they
have a
call
good
him.
fight, that sort of thing. But he's not like, hey, bestie. That's not Snake Eyes.
Which Serenity, if she would probably again remember Denal being really enraged about it because he was clouded by his grief. Which explains everything now. He knew him too. Doesn't make what he did right, but now at least it makes a little sense.
I think Katura will just hold her tongue on anything she has to say about Denal.
Gang, we're
Take it.
losing Moonlight. We should
This is a good-
probably move if we're gonna move.
Yeah, and once we get in the car, I'll start showing you the pictures because I'm assuming someone else is driving.
Paco's like pecking at the door.
Paco's in the car. Paco has started the car.
Thank you,
Paco's
Paquito.
honking the horn. Like, get your
Well,
asses
Gab's
in the
there.
car.
Gabs will probably show you the pictures she took.
Yeah, Gabriella's going through pictures like this one was like, no, I didn't like the angle. This
Yeah,
you see the leg in there? Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ooh, yes.
I can get around.
That sort of thing. And Jacob's like, so that was nice.
Yep. I have to go to New York now. We gotta go kill somebody. I'll be back probably tomorrow. Hopefully tonight, but probably tomorrow.
Okay. Well, don't wait to call me until you need to grab some out of a wall.
I know. And I did call you before that. We weren't intending on grabbing. I love
got it.
you.
Love you too.
Okay, I'll see you later.
So fucking cute.
Does the awkward
Ari being all
kiss on the
bashful.
forehead, kiss on the lips, and then goes out.
Heads home. Oh, and I like follow him out. I'm like, start looking for wolfhounds. We gotta find a breeder because those things are massive and they're so pretty.
I know somebody over in like Bumfuck, Pennsylvania. I can go there, but I wouldn't take any of you with me.
That makes sense.
I'm just saying.
Yes, I agree
Would
wholeheartedly.
it want to go?
Yep. Same. Unless we felt like decimating a small town.
I mean, there was like that really fun skit on the one show where they killed the slave masters. I thought that was pretty funny.
We
Though
could
I might not have been alive if that happened. So
we could
I
go
don't-
decimate a small town.
I have some experience with killing a slave master.
he's like, "Am I allowed to high five you on that?"
Absolutely. I'll give him a high five.
If we find any kindred that are still alive who exist in that time frame, they're dead too. They're done too.
Go get some puppies. I'll be back tomorrow.
Yep. And he goes jogging down the street.
I'm getting puppies. I'm getting puppies.
He's like,
You
I'm
should get a
getting
dog.
puppies. I'm getting
Oh
puppies.
my god.
These two, I swear to God.
You know what? I want to spin off of these two as well.
Again, we need to talk about doing those vignettes. Like, my
Just-
God.
So y'all are loading up in the cars and heading off to New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Are you just taking one car or multiple cars?
Well,
Is Jerry
one car.
driving? How's this working? I just want to make sure I got logistics right.
Are any of Oscar's super fast cars in the garage?
There's no
Damn
garage.
it.
No,
This is street
but
parking.
also-
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's
yeah.
right.
It's street parking, but also those super fast cars only hold like 2 people.
We can fit.
No.
You're not turning
Cannot-
into a shadow right now.
I could turn into a well.
No, you
that
are not
probably
turning
wouldn't be
into a
good
shadow.
for the car.
No.
Just chilling in the back seat as a
It
It would
shadow.
not. Just
would
just
not.
sitting in the wheel well. Like, look how fast it's going.
You know, we
Just
should maybe
wrap
give
around
Jerry,
the tire.
Yeah. We should give Jerry some time off. Let's maybe get, I don't know, Sarah, Marie.
Aren't they looking for Oscar right now?
They
They
were
can't find
working
him.
on that.
If they're
Could
back
they
in
find
town,
him?
then we can ask them.
Yeah, give them a call.
I mean, dude. No,
Well,
no, I don't
question:
know
would it be
system.
faster to just use a plane to get over there?
It's
or-
only like a couple hours.
Well, I don't know this. You do
And
realize
also
that
that-
I
that-
rode buses most of the time, so
It's only like an hour or two to like traveling by car.
oh, okay.
Taking a plane, that would be not great for the environment.
You would
Yeah, I
literally
mean-
be in the air on the flight to New
for like
York.
2 seconds.
For 20 minutes.
I think it is like 20-30 minute flight from Philly.
Yeah.
It'd be faster than
It is. It
But-
would take you longer to go
To
to
set
the
it up.
airport and out of
Yeah.
the airport than it would take you to like take the
Yeah.
plane drive or like ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. Let's just go. Let's drive. I
Cool.
mean, Gas can drive if you give her the
Yep,
keys to
okay.
the car.
Gabrielle drive.
Yeah.
She's like, give me those keys, baby. I got this. Paco's riding shotgun though.
I need to get a new bike. Gaz, remind me then that next time we have a free night, we're going motorcycle shopping.
And she leans over to you. She's like, yes, I do like Paco. I do like Paco's.
I just get in the car. I get in the fucking car.
Paco, like, she sets the phone up. Paco starts pecking at the phone screen to change the Spotify playlist to what he wants to play.
What is Paco listening to?
The bird, bird, bird. The bird is the bird. It's the bird, bird, bird. The bird is
Paquito, ven acá.
I will destroy this phone.
Paco up.
Paquito, no
And I'll bite,
malo.
and you know what? I'll bite him back.
No, yeah.
And my bite fucking hurts. Okay.
Big ol' poofs out. It's just like covering up. Like
my bite hurts, and he has hollow bones.
he,
What's good?
he did not bite you. He just bit at you to try to touch the phone. Just
And I do it back to him. And again, hollow bones, and I have a bite that hurts.
Gabriella's like, don't touch the phone. Let Paco do his thing. We're gonna listen to Hamilton soundtrack next.
To what?
Hamilton.
I get out of the car. I get out of the fucking car.
Puts the child safety locks on. And we're going to
I break the fucking window and climb out of it.
Anyway, as we make our way off to New York, I think that's where we're going to end this session.
We
It's a
got
great
so much
spot.
closure.
It's a great spot. But before we end officially, meanwhile, in a cave where there's dark and there's one Oscar de Leon Ponce sitting on a cot. Kane is there with him. And Kane goes, you know, one of the good things about you young vampires is that you don't have the instilled sort of ideas of what the world is supposed to be just yet. You balk at authority. You say no. Sometimes you get ran over along the way, but you try. The old ones, they just go along for the ride. And then they get so used to going along for the ride, that becomes their whole life. That is their every bit of identity. But you, Oscar, you are interesting because you have multiple passengers. You are not one, you are many. I don't know how this is possible, but that's okay. You see, Oscar, sometimes it is better to listen and learn, perhaps read. You see, that book that you were there to transcribe, my assistant told you that the answer to getting out of here is right in front of you. And Kane waves a hand over the book. And it literally translates to basically scripture. But it says, and it says at the bottom of it, the entrance and the exit are formed with words. Words have power. Words have meaning. When written, you'll find everything you need. And Kane writes, open. The cave slides open. And that is where we are officially ending the session.
Oh my God. Yeah, Vin shook in the chat.
Vin, hi.
So, thank you all for joining us tonight. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Philly by Night. We are coming into the final stages of this season. It is a doozy. Not gonna lie, it's a doozy. But you know, we didn't have Oscar tonight. Miss you, Lonzo. Miss you, Juice. But we'll be getting back to it. Don't you worry. So before we roll out, again, let's thank Roll20, part of their ambassador program, using their virtual tabletop to see all of these messy ass rolls that people have been doing tonight. Thanks for the raids. Where we had Transplanter come in. We had Vancouver by Night. Thank you for the subs, Mr. Mephisto, and everybody else who's joined us, follows, all that jazz. We appreciate y'all all the time. All that money that you bring in goes right back into the stream to make this thing better. So we appreciate it. We are working on getting some emotes and stuff, y'all. We're actively working on it. So we'll have more news for y'all on that end soon. So keep an eye out. With that, let's let the players tell you who they are, where you can find them, and what they have going on. First up is Ivy.
Hi, I'm Ivy. You can find me mostly here on Saturdays on Philly by Night, and you can also find me at IBM277 on Twitter, IBM_67 on TikTok, where I do cosplay shenanigans that are fill my heart with joy, and I also talk about my Austrian games. You can also find me here on Twitch at NerdFriend54 whenever I so choose to stream. And I also have a Ko-fi and an Amazon wishlist. Should you choose to donate to things, I keep forgetting to update that damn goal. ADHD, man. Yeah. So you can find me there. I'm also generally open to charity and games. So if you want me, hit me up.
Sweet. Next up is Liz.
Hey, Liz. I've been your resident La Sombra. You can find me pretty much anywhere at Fuzzy Slippers 05. Mostly I'm here on Saturdays and whenever we start doing other stuff. And on TikTok, where I do recaps of this and talk about my kid.
Fair.
Hi, I'm Fair. You can follow me on Twitter at FairBear. Saturday afternoons, 3 p.m. Eastern, you can find me over on D&D Jordan Lee's channel for Ampistrano, a homebrew D&D 5e campaign. We also have a Patreon now, so if you want to support us there, that would be wonderful. All payments will go to like paying cast, getting guests on, and things like that. I have some other projects coming up that haven't been announced yet, or that have been announced yet but have not been released yet, such as North by Northwest, Come in Villainy, Dark corners of the universe with storyteller Dimples and Dice. He had to deal with me again. So that should be hopefully coming out like soon. Don't ask me for a timeline because I don't know.
We're talking about around October, so.
Okay, yeah. So keep an eye out on the North by Northwest Twitter for information on that. I think that's all I have.
I think that leaves me. Hi, I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice. That is where you can find me around the internet. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all of those places. That is where you can find me. Did we get one for you, Fair? Thank you. Let's see. What do I have going on? So tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time, you can find me over on my own channel, Dimples and Dice, on Twitch. I will be running Wayward Revelry. It's a D&D 5e campaign based on Wild Beyond the Witchlight with my own little Feywild Shadowfell twist to it. I add a little bit of spice to it. It was too vanilla on the pages. You know, I had to add some salt, pepper, garlic powder, a little bit of brown sugar, cinnamon.
I season my food. Adobo on that. You got to get that adobo on that, okay?
You know what I'm.
We know.
You know.
You still share the same brain.
Got that loud.
Exactly. Let's see what else I have going on. You can find me over coming up soon over on Table Goth's channel. There will be a Good Society game. It is myself, Then Vox, Bully, Table Goth, Miss Petty Dreadful, Rachel, April Raygun, and Wes Franks of Carrion Converse Studios. I'm the messiest bitch on the show. I'm just going to tell you that. So if you're looking for me to be very messy, very petty, and wrecking my own character's life as I do what I want and Good Society, come watch my show. It's going to be so good. It's so good.
Just go watch any of his shows.
If you want the messy bitch part, just find. Well, you're gonna find petty in all of them, but
then knows. Then's there. So we got that coming up. You can find me over on Waffles Maple Syrup, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Fridays. I think we're off for Fables this Friday, but we will be back next Friday for Fables Once in Future, and that's it for now. Obviously here, there's more stuff. I'm busy. So just expect to see shit from me. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. And make sure y'all following us on our YouTube. We get that 100 followers. We get our own link. I want that. I want the link that just says RollingDeez20's. Please make that happen for us. Follow us on YouTube. We appreciate it.
They go up a day or two afterwards, which is, usually a lot sooner than a lot of places do it. So you don't have to wait super long to get our content.
It's not
back,
a sexy channel yet. We haven't had a chance to put a ton of work into it because this takes time, and most of us working full time. It's hard, but we still appreciate the follows. So do that thing. We'll see y'all next week. We're gonna go raid somebody. Who are we gonna raid? We'll find somebody, but we'll see y'all next Saturday for shenanigans. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Peace. Sure, let's do that.